Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about a very important issue. 10 things that the visa officers hate. If you do or say any of these 10 things during your interview, your visa will be denied. So make sure you stick along and watch the video to the end. I'm going to share with you important tips that will help you get your visa approved. Let's get right into the video. So if you are new here, my name is Alfred Appiah, and our purpose here is to help you in your study abroad process, help you apply to school, help you get your visa approved and enjoy your study abroad. Now, the first thing you must understand is that visa denials are common these days, especially people who go for interview in places like Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, India, China, South Africa, Cameroon. Most of the places receive a lot of applications. So the visa officers do not have time to pamper anyone. They are running through and they are rushing through the day's work because there are a lot of people in the queue waiting to be interviewed. So understand that the visa officer do not have patience, do not have the time to pamper you or to be patient with you. It is your duty to ensure that you present your case as quick as possible, as clear as possible to get your visa approved. The ability to prove that you qualify for the visa lies in you. That is why I'm going to share these tips with you. The first thing that the consular or the visa officer who will interview you will hate and will likely deny your visa is incomplete applications. So if you're applying for a US visa and you are filling your DS-160 or DS-264, make sure that you provide complete data, complete information about yourself. A lot of people are not able to provide complete information, or they make a lot of mistakes in their application that will automatically get your visa denied. Also, there are some people who have mistakes or issues on their I-20. If you are not able to correct this, especially your last name is wrong, your first name is not spelled right, a mistake in your date of birth, it doesn't match what you put in the DS-160, your finances are not totaling, or your I-20 is not signed, this is going to affect your visa application. Also, if you are coming as a student and you have not paid your service fee, the consular is required to send you back or to reject your visa and tell you to reapply. So make sure that before you appear for the interview, your service status is complete. In this case, you've paid your service fee before you appear for the interview. It is always good to pay 72 hours before you appear for the interview. That will really help you. Point number 2, dishonesty. When you appear for the interview, the consular expects you to be honest, to be truthful in the information that you present or whatever you give or whatever you are being asked. So if the consular sense or see that there's any dishonesty or there's any mispresentation of information or misinformation, or there's mismatch between what you provided in your DS-160 and the response you are giving, or what is on your I-20 and the response you are giving, the consular is going to automatically reject you. Make sure you are honest. Make sure you give the correct information. The information you give to the consular must be consistent. So be careful. If you are carrying a document which is fake, a document which is not genuine, you must be careful, because consular officers or visa officers have so many ways to detect fraudulent in documents, especially when it comes to bank statement. So make sure you are careful. This will get your visa denied and possibly banned. Be careful. Dishonesty is something that will anger the consular. Point number 3, lack of clear travel plans. When you appear for your interview, the consular wants to make sure that you have a reason, you have a purpose for traveling. So if you are coming for visit or you are coming to study, you must establish why you are coming to study or why you are traveling for the visit. As soon as the consular sense that you are just there because you need a visa to do other things, the consular is going to deny you your visa. For example, if you go for your interview and you are coming to the US as a visitor, and the consular have the feeling that you are coming here or using the visitor's visa as a way to enter the US, or you are using the student visa as a way to enter the US, and he cannot assess even why you want to study the program, or you don't even know so many information, or you don't know some basic information about the school or about the person you are coming to visit or the state you are coming to visit, the consular will get angry. The consular will be like, Why are you here? Like, you don't even know what you are coming to do in the US, and that would automatically get your visa denied. In most cases, that's the first question. What is your purpose of traveling to the US? And they ask that question because they base on that response to continue the rest of the interview. So if you're not able to clearly establish and show that you have a purpose, you have a reason for coming to the United States, the consular is going to deny you. And obviously, he will say you don't qualify for the visa. Try to get a clear and a strategic purpose of travel. Point number 4, insufficient financial support. One of the big requirements of the visa that you are applying for, be it student visa or visitor's visa, is to prove that you can sponsor yourself. Is to prove that you will not become a burden to whoever you are coming to visit or the school you are coming to. So the consulates are interested to knowing who is sponsoring you. How is the sponsor sponsoring you and why? What is the source of the funds? What kind of job or annual income does this person earn? This is important because the consular want to assess whether you deserve the visa. So if you appear for the interview and you clearly show that you don't have financial support, you don't have enough financial support, your visa will be denied. Consulates will not have time to ask you questions because they obviously believe that you cannot pay. Point number 5, poor communication. Now, as I said from the beginning, if you appear for your visa interview, it is your responsibility to let the consular know that you deserve or you qualify for the visa. And you can do this by communicating clearly and well to the consular. If you are speaking bad English, assuming you are coming as a student and you are speaking bad English, it is going to raise a question, right? So make sure that you communicate clearly. The consular can understand what you are saying. He doesn't have the time to ask you one question over and over to understand you. So make sure that you communicate clearly. Speak good English. Practice your English. Speak good English and make sure that you are communicating to the consular about why you want to study or why you want to visit or who is sponsoring you or about why you choose a school or what you do. Make sure that you clearly communicate to the consular. Number 6, not speaking loudly. Most importantly, when you go to the visa interview, make sure that you speak loudly. Most people get their visas denied not because they don't have a good case or they don't have funding or they don't know why they are traveling. They speak and the consular cannot hear them. They speak and the consular is not able to understand what they are saying. So basically, the consular do not have time to ask you to repeat or to speak loudly. He will just deny you your visa. This gets the consulars angry. It doesn't help their work because they have a lot of things doing. So make sure you speak loudly when you appear for your visa interview. Point number 7, unprepared applicants. Sometimes it is obvious when you see an unprepared applicant. You see that there are some people who just show up for interview because they have the desire to travel. They gave the process to an agent, to somebody who did everything for them. They have a sister, an uncle, somebody somewhere, a boyfriend they met online who sent them an invitation and they wanted to come and visit, just to be out of where they are and just to change the environment or to travel outside. So the consular can clearly see that this person is not prepared. This person is not ready. This person is just coming for the visa interview because he just wants to travel. Those things anger the consular. So if you are trying to travel, if you want to travel to the US or whatever embassy you are going to or country you are going to, make sure that you prepare well. You understand the requirements. You understand the rules. You understand what they expect from you before you show up. When you show up unprepared, it bores the consulars and the visa will be denied. Number 8, arguing with the consular. There are some people who showed up at the interview and they believe that they deserve the visa. So a consular denied them and they argue with them. A consular asks them questions and instead of answering the question, they give cheeky answers or they argue with the consulars. Some people are also rude and they are uncooperative because they believe they have documents to show. I will come back to that. My advice is that never argue with the consular. The consular tells you something you don't agree or you believe does not represent who you are. You kindly and respectfully ask or respectfully try to correct the consular to say, please, can I make a comment? This and this and this, and you go ahead. If you make a comment and the consular is still insistent, just leave it. Just leave it and get out of the interview room. Don't argue with the consular. That will not go well. usually angers the consular, and in most cases it affects those in line. In my first interview, I was denied, and the person who was ahead of me was arguing with the consular. The consular had to call the security officers to come and drag the person out, and after that, the consular called me. When I went to the stand, the consular was very angry. He hadn't gotten over the argument with that guy, and that really affected my visa. So I would advise that never argue with the consular. This gets the consulars very angry. Number 9, this is one of the most important things. Trying to show or demanding that the consular should check your documents. It gets the consulars angry. You see, you are there for the interview to be asked about yourself and about your process, and to give verbal response. The consulars are interested in the kind of response you give. They are not interested in the document you show or you have. Of course, they can ask to see your documents if they want to, but they are not required to. And it is not in your place to tell the consular to check your documents, or it is not in your place to show your document to the consular unless he asks you. There are some people who appear for the interview and they are like, oh, I'm going to visit my sister and this is her bank statement and this is my invitation letters. Don't try to push documents on the neck of the consulars. It gets them angry. It will get your visa denied. It is important. You are there to be interviewed. You are not there for your document to be inspected. That is not how the US Embassy works. They are there to make sure that you give the right responses. Through your response, they can verify, they can determine whether you qualify or not. When they are in doubt, when they need be, they may ask for a document to prove it. And that is at the discretion of the consular. It is not in your place to demand that the consular check your documents. And the last and final point, never try to impress the consular. There are some people who go for the interview and they want to impress the consular. They want to prove something. They want to show off with either their assets or the money, the bank statement, or the kind of work they do, or the scholarships they have, or the kind of things they are coming to study. They want to prove something. They want to show off to the consular, and they believe that when they do that, they will get their visas approved. The consulars have seen all it all. And sometimes they don't care who you are. They don't care what you have. They are there to do their job. And their job is to make sure that you qualify, irrespective of who you are, where you are coming from, the assets you have, or wherever you are coming to, or who invited you, or the kind of person you are. They are not there to affirm or deny that. They are there to ensure that you qualify for the visa. So never show off. When you do that, it angers the consular. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe if you are new here, and let us know your comments in the comment description. Join our Telegram page and make sure that you join our community. If you have any question, we are willing to answer all your questions 24/7. Myself, Paul Padmore, and the team are always on the Telegram page to help answer all your questions. You can send up WhatsApp by going to our website www.beitlamad.com/contact and get our WhatsApp number and let us chat. Please share, like, and subscribe. But always remember that theology is fine. Trust me.